Cigar smoking is a great way to bond and to just hang out with some great company. But if you're looking to get into the hobby, or you know somebody that wants to join you for a smoke, do you know what the best cigars are for a beginner? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about not only the cigars I recommend to new smokers, but the cigars that I myself enjoy all the time. Stick around. Fellas, welcome back. It's Robert, your everyday gentleman. And like I said, today I'm talking about the cigars I recommend to new smokers. Now, I love hanging out and enjoying a good cigar, but the key word there is enjoy. Selecting the wrong cigar or suggesting the wrong cigar can take this enjoyable pastime and make it a really bad experience for that smoker. Even a longtime smoker can get a bad experience from the wrong cigar. But a beginner could become completely turned off to a hobby that's supposed to be fun and relaxing by selecting the wrong cigar, or again, suggesting the wrong cigar to them. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to thank you for clicking on this video. Again, my name is Robert. Here I talk about everything to do with men's lifestyle, whether it's fragrance, fashion, fitness, cigars, whiskey, really anything that I feel encompasses being a man in today's age. I invite you to subscribe and engage in the comments down below. And to my returning subscribers, I want to thank you for your continued support. And with that, let's jump into it. Now, there's three things that I'm going to touch on before I even start talking about which cigars I recommend to new smokers. First thing is a very important thing, and that's before you smoke, make sure you have a full stomach. If your stomach is empty, you could become more susceptible to the nicotine that you're going to introduce to your body from the cigar. Even though you're not truly inhaling the smoke, it still finds its way into your body, and the nicotine is what causes that lightheadedness, and having an empty stomach increases that sensation and is potentially what could lead to nausea, dizziness, and even vomiting. The second thing, before you start smoking, select a shorter stick or a shorter cigar. I mean, really, if you're unsure you're gonna like a particular cigar, or if you're gonna like cigar smoking, period, then I would recommend you go with something short. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why cigars come in so many different sizes and shapes, is the longer the cigar, the longer you can enjoy smoking it. I would say stick with something like a Petite Corona or a Robusto. These are within 4 to 5 inches and will typically take about 30 minutes to smoke. By sticking to a shorter cigar like this, if you end up not enjoying the cigar itself or just smoking a cigar in general, you're not going to be stuck there smoking a cigar that's too long, or it's going to take you much longer to smoke, or you're not going to waste a cigar either by putting it down halfway through. And another added positive, having a shorter cigar means less nicotine, which again makes you less susceptible to nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. And the last thing I'm going to touch on before we get into the specific cigars that I recommend is to stick to a light to medium strength. Now, aside from size, different cigars have different strength in the tobacco inside of it. And though the color of the cigar is often a good indication of the strength of the cigar, it's not always 100% the case. So whether you're getting a recommendation from a friend or you're at a cigar shop, stick with a light to medium cigar so it's not too strong for you to handle. The cigars I personally recommend, and quite frankly, I often smoke, are on the medium side. I like smoking a medium cigar because quite often I'll have more than one cigar. If I'm hanging out with friends, barbecuing, or just hanging out in the backyard, having a cigar, I might have 2, sometimes even 3 cigars. And if that's the case, I don't want it to be something that's gonna make me feel bad, or again, make it an experience that I'm not enjoying. So going with the medium strength, I enjoy the flavor, and again, it allows me to smoke multiple cigars without having to worry about any of those symptoms that I talked to you about. All right, now that those 3 things are out of the way, let's jump into the specific cigars that I recommend for beginners. Now, I enjoy smoking cigars. I've been smoking cigars for many years, and I would consider myself a cigar aficionado, but I am by no means a cigar expert. So when it comes to like flavor notes and things like that, I have an idea, just because obviously I have a tongue and I have taste buds, but you know, I don't go into the specifics of all these flavor notes or anything like that. I do get a hint of flavors here and there, and I'm gonna share with you some of the things that I taste from these cigars, but again, this is my personal opinion and experience with these particular cigars. Now, the first one I'm gonna talk about is the Rocky Patel Vintage 99. This is one of my absolute favorite cigars. It's a mild cigar with a Connecticut wrapper, and the filler is Dominican and Nicaraguan. The cigar comes in a variety of shapes and sizes. It's not a very expensive cigar at all. And when I smoke it, the cigar gives me a nice buttery taste. It's one of my absolute favorite cigars to enjoy. I actually was having one. I'll link the video up here where I was talking about cigar basics. The next cigar I recommend to beginners is a CAO Gold. Now this is a medium cigar with a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper and a Nicaraguan filler. Again, it comes in a variety of sizes, and smoking it, you'll get a nice earthy flavor with hints of pepper and cocoa bean. Definitely a very enjoyable smoke. The third cigar that I recommend to beginners is the Montecristo White Series. Now this particular cigar is in between the mild to medium range as far as strength, and just like the Rocky Patel, it has a Connecticut wrapper with Dominican and Nicaraguan filler. This one is another absolute favorite of mine to smoke. Again, comes in a variety of sizes and has a very similar flavor profile to the Rocky Patel. I get a nice creamy flavor with hints of like honey and pepper. Definitely another enjoyable smoke, and again, another one of my favorites. Now the fourth cigar that I recommend to beginners is the Oliva Series G. Now this particular cigar is a medium strength cigar with a Cameroon wrapper and a Nicaraguan filler. Another one that you'll often find in my humidor. Also comes again in a variety of sizes, and in this one's flavor profile, you get coffee, nuts, and honey. And quite honestly, coffee is the perfect drink that I would pair with this cigar. Now the last cigar that I'm going to talk about is one that I don't smoke very often, but is one of my wife's absolute favorites. I mean, it's really the only cigar that she really smokes. She does smoke other ones from time to time, but for the most part, she sticks with this brand, which is the Tatiana flavored cigar. Now this is a very light cigar with an Indonesian wrapper and a Dominican filler. I would definitely recommend this to somebody that wants to have a cigar, but wants something with a much richer and sweeter flavor profile. These particular cigars come in flavors like honey, vanilla, chocolate, and cherry. There's a number of different options available. A few of my wife's favorites are the honey, the rum, and the vanilla options. And that's pretty much it as far as the cigars that I typically have on hand and recommend to beginner cigar smokers. Now, of course, this isn't the end-all list of cigars for people that are just getting into the hobby. It's just a list of cigars that I recommend because I found they work pretty well when somebody doesn't have much experience smoking cigars. I would definitely recommend talking to your friend if you're at a friend's house having a cigar, or if you're at a shop about to enjoy a cigar. Talk to your friend, talk to the shop owner or an employee at the shop. Talk about the flavors and whatever your preferences are with your taste buds, you know, how you feel about nicotine in general, and then they'll make a recommendation based on those things for you. As always, if you found value in this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button down below. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoy cigars, what are your favorite cigars to smoke, or if you recommend cigars to a beginner, what are the ones you recommend? Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you catch all future videos from this channel. And remember, being a gentleman is an everyday thing. Take it easy, fellas.
We bop and pretty hot. I'm as happy as I can be.